Okay, so starting page 5 of the review, Jane is selling apples and oranges. She has to first buy the fruit from the grocery store and pays $1.50 per apple and $3 per orange and only has $15 to spend. She must sell at least 6 pieces of fruit. Graphically show all possible combinations of the fruit that she can sell. So always start off with defining your variables. So X is the number of apples, and Y equals the number of oranges. So it's $1.50 per apple, so we're going to focus on the cost first. So $1.50 for every apple, plus $3 for every orange. And she only has $15 to spend, so it cannot go over 15, so it's less than or equal to 15. And it says she must sell at least 6 pieces of fruit. So the number of apples plus the number of oranges has to be greater than or equal to 6. So we are graphing all the possible combinations. So we're going to solve each one by graphing. So we're solving for Y. So I'm going to change this to an equal sign and solve for Y. So I'm going to subtract the $1.50x from both sides of the equation and have 3y equals 15 minus the $1.50x, and then divide every term by 3. So I have y to equal 5 minus $1.50 divided by 3 gives me 50 cents. Okay, so that is that one. So on this one, I'm going to do the same thing, but x plus y is going to equal 6. Subtract x on both sides. Y to equal 6 minus x. So I'm going to graph these using slope and y-intercept. So my slope, my y-intercept here is 0, 5. So 0, 5. My slope is negative 0.5 is the same thing as negative 1/2. So down 1 to the right 2, down 1 to the right 2, and it's going to be a solid line. And I'm looking for all the values that are less than 15. So if you don't understand that, let's go ahead and put in 0, 0. So 0 plus 0 has to be less than or equal to 15. And that is true. 0 plus 0 has to be less than or equal to 15. So that ends up being true. So my shading for that first equation looks like that. And then for the next one, I have a y-intercept of 0, 6 and a slope of negative 1. Again, it is solid. And it needs to be greater than. So we put a 0, 0 in here. 0 plus 0, is that greater than or equal to 6? And that is a no. So I need to shade all the way up here. Remember, I'm going from that pink line. So you're looking for that overlap area. So this is the area that is both blue and pink. So graphically show all possible combinations. So any ordered pair in this shaded region would be a solution. Number 21, displayed on the graph are a system of inequalities. Select all the points that are solutions to the system. So we're looking for in this area right here, if you can't tell. Okay, so 4, 0. Well, that's clear out over there, so no. 0, 4. This one, it's at the intersection, but this one is solid and this one is dotted, so that is a no as well. C of negative 3, 3. -3, 3. It's in the shaded area, so yes. 2, -2. Nope, you're not in the shaded area, or the overlap area, rather. 0, 0. No. And -5, 3, 4, 5, -5, and 6. I'm going to be somewhere in that overlap area, so C and F. It says write the equation represented in the graph to the right. So I am going to focus on the solid line first. So my y-intercept, so the solid line, just so we're clear, so the solid line is a y-intercept of 0, 4, and a slope of, looks like down one to the right one, down one to the right one, so it's going to be a -1 or a -1 over 1. Notice the shading is less than. So I know it's going to be y is less than or equal to, because it has that solid line, slope of -1x plus 4. You can also try 0, 0. If I put a 0, 0 in here, that should be a true statement. So 0 less than or equal to 0 plus 4. Is 0 less than or equal to 4? Yes. So I just did my little check. Let's look at the other line. I'm going to do the dotted line. The dotted line has the same y-intercept, and the slope is going to be, I can't really tell. Slope is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. I really should not have done this. Looks like 4/3. Yep, 4/3. So I made it too dark. So 4/3. And I know that from this line, the shading is greater than that. So I know y is going to be greater than my 4/3 x plus my 4. So let's check it. If I plug 0, 0, it should not be true. 0 is greater than 4. It is not true, so I know that this is my system. That inequality and that inequality. Number 23, the number of people n in hundreds at a beach is a function of the number of hours. So remember, output is a function of the input. Okay, so remember that. It says let P represent the function. What does the statement P of 6 equals 4 mean? So output is a function of the input. Also notice that I am number of people n in hundreds at a beach. So n is defined what does this statement mean? So is a function. So output is going to be number of people, and input is going to be hours. So remember, this represents input and this represents hours. So I can say that, and this is number of hours H past 9 a.m. So input is going to be the number of people. No, output is the number of people. What did I do? Hold on. Output, this is input, which is hours. This is hours. Sorry. And this is the number of people. Okay, so also notice that it says in hundreds. So the number of people, even though it says 4, it's representing 400 people. So this is 6 hours, just so we're on the same page. 6 hours past 9 a.m. And this is 400 people. So what does the statement mean? It means that 6 hours past 9 a.m. Well, 6 hours past 9 a.m. is 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. So at 3 p.m. there were 400 people at the beach. Okay, so this, remember, is the input, which we determined the input is going to be hours. This number is the output, which we said is the number of people. Okay, output is a function of the input. Here's the graph of function B, which represents Kyle's distance in miles that he rode his bike in minutes on Saturday. Estimate the following values. So B of 10, this is the input. So input of 10 is about right there, which is about right there. So I'm going to say that it's about 13 or 14 miles. So I would say B of 10 equals 13 or 14. And then this is where we have the output. So I need the output of 15. So the output of 15 is there and there. So I could say that B of, was already said B of 10 is 13, so maybe B of 11 equals 15, and B of 16, 17, maybe 17 and a half, something like that. B of 17.5 equals 15. Remember, we are estimating. So this number should be between 10 and 11-ish. So this should be between 10 and 11. Okay, and that concludes that page.